we're discussing the metric system and how to complete conversions within the metric system. So from previous items, you see that this is the metric system with the same staircase you've seen before: kilo, hecto, deca, then your base units, and deci, centi, milli. What's important to note is that we've added these two arrows. If you're going down the staircase, as in from kilo to hecto to deca to the base units, for every stair you move down, you move the decimal 1 to the right, or you add 1 to scientific notation for every stair you move down. If you're going up the staircase from milli to centi to deci, you move the decimal 1 to the left for every stair you move up, or you subtract 1 from the scientific notation for every stair moved up. But what does this actually look like? Let's do a sample problem. So if we have 650,598 decagrams of sodium nitrate, how many milligrams do we have? The first thing you should do is, if you're going to be using the staircase method to solve and not dimensional analysis, go ahead and put 650,598 on your decagrams. I put a dot and there so we can follow it. So this is the staircase we're starting at. Now take a moment and count down. We're really going down 1, 2, 3, 4 stairs. We're going down, which means the decimal should be moved to the right. So let's track it. If we go down 1 to base units, it becomes 656,505,980. When we go to deci, it becomes even bigger as you're adding a second decimal, second zero. When you move to centi, you're adding your third zero, and finally with milli, we have this very large number, and we've added 4 zeros. That is your final number. Please don't mind, please write it properly. I did not move the comma this time around so you could see how we were adding zeros and track the numbers. So please write it properly with commas and proper places. So your answer is 656. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically 6,505,098,000. So let's go backwards. If we have 423 centiliters of citric acid, how many hectoliters does a student have? So go ahead and put your number into centiliters. So we're at centi, we're at 423. But let's count. We're going up the staircase. We're going from centi to deci, which is 1, deci to base units, which is 2, base units to deca, which is 3, deca to hecto, which is 4. So we're going up, which means we're moving the decimal to the left. Now I know you're looking at 423 and saying, but Mrs. McGuire, it doesn't have a decimal. When you were given a number in scientific notation or in anything that doesn't have a decimal, you can assume it's after the last digit. So at this point in time, 423, you could assume the decimal is after the 3. So let's move it to deci. Say it the wrong way, I'm sorry. Deci. Now it's 42.3 because we've moved the decimal 1 to the left. Now we're going to base units. Now it's 4.23 because we're moving the decimal 1 to the left. Now we're going to deca, and it's going to be 0.423 or 0.423 because again we moved it 1 more to the left. So we end up at hecto. We end up at 0.0423, and that is your final answer. 0.0423 hectoliters, which is small h, capital L. Okay, let's try another example problem. If a student has 6.5 times 10 to the 6 kilograms of lead 2 oxide, how many decagrams does a student have? So we're going from kilo to deca, so we're going down the staircase, which means we're adding 1 to the exponent for every stair we go down. So let's start with kilo. did I do? So we're at kilo, and we're at 6.5 times 10 to the 6th. Then we go down to hecto, and we're adding 1 to the exponent, so it's 6.5 times 10 to the 7th. And now we're finally at deca, which is 6.5 times 10 to the 8th. And if you count, we went down 2 stairs, and we added 2 to the exponent. 6 plus 2 is 8. So your final answer is 6.5 times 10 to the 8th decagrams. That is DAG. Let's do one more problem solver going the other way. If a student has 7.9 times 10 to the 2nd millimeters of thermal mercury ribbon, how many hectometers does a student have? So this time we're going up the staircase. We're going from milli to hecto. That means for every stair we're going up, we are subtracting an exponent. Oh, look, the answer's there for you, but let's still do the answer. So we're starting at milli, and we're going 7.9 times 10 to the 2 on milli. We're going up to centi, so we're subtracting 1. So now we're at 7.9 times 10 to the 1 because we have subtracted 1. Now we're going up to deci, and now we're at 7.9 times 10 to the 0 because we subtracted another 1. Now we're going to a base unit, and we're at 7.9 times 10 to the negative 1 because 0 minus 1 is a negative 1. Now we're at deca, and now we're at 7.9 times 10 to the negative 2 because negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Finally, we're at hecto, and we're at 7.9 times 10 to the negative 3 because minus 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Now, if we are to count the total number of stairs we went up, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we do 2 minus 5, it is negative 3. So your answer is 7.9 times 10 to the negative 3 hectometers. Okay, students, now it's your turn to solve. Take a moment and solve this problem. A student has 10 centimeters of string. How many meters of string does a student have? Okay, let's answer it. We started at centimeters, 10 centimeters, and we're going up the staircase, which means we are getting smaller. So we're going up from centi, from 10, to deci, which is 1, to a base unit, which is 0.1. So you ended up with 0.1 meters of string. Okay, try another problem. A student has 6 kilograms of sugar. How many milligrams does a student have? So we start with 6 kilograms of sugar, and we're going down to milligrams. We're going down the staircase, which means we are getting larger numbers. We are moving our decimal to the right. So we start at 6 kilograms, and now we go down to hecto. We're moving the decimal 1 to the right, which means now we have 60 hectos. Then we go down 1 more to the right to deca. We're moving it 1 more to the right, so now we have 600 decagrams. We go 1 more to the right, which means we have now 6,000 base units, which is 6,000 grams. Again, we're moving 1 more to the right, which gives us 60 decigrams. 1 more to the right, which gives us 600,000 centigrams. And finally, we're at milli, and it gives us 6 million milligrams. Now, if we were to count how many staircases we went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could have just added 6 zeros at the end and gotten the same result, or done 6 times 10 to the 6th and been perfectly correct. Both answers are acceptable and correct. So our answer is 6 million milligrams. Thank you so much for learning how to convert in the metric system. Have a great day.